Hey chaps, sorry for my inactivity. I've been busy and sorting videos, schedules and doing this video. This video is about every model series, Crash Season 1-7. My schedule will be once a week.
Cinders and ashes, said Thomas Points. Percy puffed wearily onto a nice empty siding, ending in a big bank of earth. He was too tired now to care where he went. I want to stop. A goods train was waiting in the siding to let the flying kipper pass, and the driver and fireman were drinking cocoa in the brake van. The kipper is due, said the guard. Who cares, said the fireman. This is good cocoa. The driver got up. Come on, fireman, back to our engine. They got out just in time. But he couldn't stop himself and slithered into a ditch. Ooh, she hit. Come back, yelled his driver. The last load poured down. Help! I'm choking, cried Thomas. Get me out! Suddenly, Percy found that he couldn't stop. The buffers didn't stop him either. Oh, wailed Percy, help! He was frantic. That's enough! Veered into a siding where a barber had set up shop. He was shaving a customer. Me, shouted Douglas. God was anxious. Go steady, the van's breaking. The van was in pieces. But he couldn't. He tried to stop, but he couldn't. He just kept rolling along. He didn't dare look at what was coming next. There was the station master's house. The station master was about to have breakfast. Horrors! Cried Thomas, and shut his eyes. Into the yard. Peep, peep! Look out! Percy broke the car to smithereens. A crate of treacle, but large snowdrifts lay ahead.
But the porters didn't hear him either. Boxes and bags burst everywhere. Oh! Grown Percy. Trouble lay ahead. Careful, Thomas, called his driver, but it was too late. Started to move. He went bump straight into Percy, Thomas's driver, and applied the brakes. But it was too late. His driver and applied the brakes, but it was too late. He would say that would never suit his grace. The rails. I warned him to be careful, but he took no notice. I want to get out, he sighed. One moment, everything seemed safe, then suddenly... Falcon was derailed. Told you, said Sir Handel. But it was too late. No, no, wailed the empty cars. It's Peter Sam. But it was no use. Hurrah, hurrah, roared the cars. Peter Sam shut his eyes. I'm coming apart! Just like this, he boasted. Help! Help! They wailed. But it was too late. Running aground straight into the sheds. Percy, he's back to bugging us. Don't move, you're still attached to Cranky. But it was too late. What happened? Asked Toby's driver. He was overloaded with flour, came the reply, and Gordon approached the new station. Neither the driver or fireman could apply his brakes. Something had jammed. The driver reduced steam, but Gordon was still going too fast. Suddenly saw a large hole in the road. He braked hard, but it was too late. Well, something snapped. He veered out of control and the fat controller landed in a muddy ditch. If you can't push trucks properly, Thomas happily. Yes, we do, called his driver, but it was too late.
The freight cars broke free, but ran out of control to the mines below. On, faster, faster, the silly freight cars yelled. Then there was trouble again.
He braked hard, but the trucks hit some of the rubble and plunged into the ravine. Or the only thing you'll have left to share is trouble. Steam and braked hard. Disaster lay ahead. A bridge, but they had been warned about the runaway toad and his trucks. They diverted him onto old sidings, straight into a muddy pool. But the silly trucks never saw it. Then it was too late. In bridge, he suddenly lost control and plunged over the side into the swamps below. Veered into a siding. He heard Boulder. Oh no, it's heading straight for me! Buffers will stop him, said a workman, but he was wrong. The trucks plunged into the ravine. Scarlowy and his driver heard the noise and looked up. Avalanche! They cried. pull him along. Don't let him slow. Help! Cried Percy. His driver applied the brakes, but it was too late. He went off the rails at Bulgy's Bridge. Help him! I can't see a thing, said Thomas. And then before he could even think of anything else... But it was too late. Oh no, he cried. Oops. Cinders the rock. Bouncing buffers, exclaimed Thomas. My plough is broken. His driver tried to stop, but the broken plough hit the water tower. Stop! He cried. Donald's driver applied the brakes, but it was too late. The next day, Donald was in a bad mood. Duck could see he was getting too close to the buffers. Look out! He shouted, but it was too late. Help! Double bouncing buffers, shrieked Percy. He was so scared he lurched forward and rammed the truck. Cried James, what's happening? Crash! Bang! Wallop went the balloon and oh, help, Gordon cried as he slid off the tracks and into a field. See? Ooh, said Bill. No, Mavis cried. Snapped. Help, he yelled. The brakes, but it was too late. And bumped Bill and Ben out of the way. His driver jumped to safety as the rocks began to fall, but Fergus was covered in rocks right up to his funnel. Until it was too late. He dangled dangerously above the water, loading a huge ship's boiler. Suddenly, the crane swung the boiler and knocked Edward right off the track. Then there was trouble. The tall funnel of the old barge crashed through a pipe. James was sure he too late. Squashed fruit flew everywhere. Yes! There is! That could have been. Multi Point sent his trucks one way and Thomas onto the old pier rail. It was too late. The statue flew through the air and landed, but it wasn't fast enough. But the cracks in the supports were getting larger. A beam snapped. Timber pieces splashed into the water below. Help! Whistled Duncan. I'm going to fall! Suddenly, she was on a steep hill. Her driver applied the brakes. Elizabeth slid out of control into a deep snowdrift.